1 2 DJ Jerome Baker the third. We are back in the building. What's a podcast? The early Father's Day edition. Shout out to my man. I am DJ Jerome Baker third. Shout out to my man. Always available. # you ready.
What's up, fathers?
Shout out to my guy Don't Charge Abdul.
Fellas, what's up, bro? How you doing? How y'all doing, man?
Do remember to check us out, patreon.com/what's a podcast. This episode is actually called Too Fit. Shortened from 250. This is episode 250 of What's a Podcast.
Oh,
we appreciate everybody who listened, who gave us a follow, a subscribe, a free, a $5, a $10, a $20 donation, whatever you've donated so far.
Contributed.
Yeah.
We're 5 years in the game, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
yeah.
250, 52 weeks in a year. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody.
Congratulations to us.
No doubt.
Absolutely. Shout out to Authentic. Where we
Calling at the studios.
You know what I'm saying? Where we first got our start at.
Y'all remember that? We used to meet up in person to record.
Shout out to
we gotta get back on that way.
Shout out to Silent Tom for doing the interview. I think we'll get back to one to two in-persons a month. I think is necessary.
And Silent Tom has his own studio as well, where we could technically go record as well.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, man, 250. Wow. All right, it's a big deal,
crazy.
man. 250 episodes. That means 250 weeks of content and giving y'all this art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's got police outside their house?
Me, man, 16th Street, wilding,
wilding, man.
It's not the bastion of safety that it once was, but nevertheless,
the city's wild, man. Speaking of which, before we get started, a big rest in peace to our guy Phil the Future. A well-known DMV rapper and friend to the show. I think I've known Phil, goddamn, maybe since he might have been a little bit out of his teens, man. Rest in peace. He got gunned down last week, Tuesday or Wednesday, and
he got murdered.
What a tragedy, and we want to send our prayers and condolences to his family, and we have hundreds of friends in common, and big shout out and prayers and love to all of y'all. We miss Phil, and yeah, man, what a tragedy, man. What a big loss to this community and to all of us.
Yeah, to the whole DMV.
Yeah. So
yeah, man, it was terrible. Obviously, we all would be in contact with Phil a lot through Lauren. When Lauren worked at Commonwealth, that whole crew was just in the store a lot. Phil was in the store a lot. He had the hit "Stupid Dope Moves."
What a great song, by the way. I just listened to it again.
Lotus. That's when Lotus Tuesday was just incredible.
Yep.
And "Stupid Dope Moves" was part of the Lotus Tuesday experience, which was kind of right before Recess Tuesdays.
Yep.
Yeah.
Phil kind of also stayed in a Commonwealth fitted. He always wearing like either the red joint or the tiger stripe, the orange tiger.
That's
stripe.
right. That's right.
I mean, so
Dro Boys.
Dro Boys. Shout out to our guy Juggy. Shout out to
Gorilla Slim,
Mikey. Shout out to just their whole squad. I still see them often when I DJ in Silver Spring. Not so much all of them together like they used to be, but there's,
sprinkled in there.
In there, man.
I kind of want to say
it was a senseless killing, man. I'm sorry.
Stupid, man. Stupid.
Yeah, I want to say Phil might have actually been the first artist actually signed to Dre the Mayor's label as well, 368 Records. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Of course, that's what Phil Ade, him and Raheem Devine.
Phil Ade came a little bit behind Phil the Future. And yes, that was Raheem Devine's label that he owned with Dre the Mayor, man. Yep. So that was 2008, 2009. Yep. God damn, that's almost 15, 16 years ago.
Crazy.
So it's crazy, man. And yeah, that I was lost for words when I got that news, man. And I just could not even believe it. I just could not even believe it, man. Tough. He just celebrated a birthday, 41 years young. And yeah. Yeah, what a tough loss.
It was a tough loss, man. And you got to remember, like, Phil was just in a place where I think he was still, music was still there, and he still was a very highly regarded figure from that time. You know what I'm saying? That early, late 2000s, mid to late 2000s, early 2010s. That's when him and the Dro Boys were out there. You know what I mean? And again, like, if you weren't here, Stupid Dope Moves was on the radio.
Yeah, it was on the radio.
It was a hit record.
Yeah.
Along with Tabby, stuff that Tabby was doing early, stuff that Wale was doing. Like, Phil was right there with him once Stupid Dope Moves. And I mean, you couldn't miss it in the clubs. It was a banger.
No, it was fire.
It was a banger. I would like to know who produced that, because it was a catchy song, very well done, and Phil's voice just went really well with that beat. But Phil was always, what I'm saying, even outside of music, I feel like music really was his passion.
Yeah.
But he never, it didn't seem like he really cared for it to be his career. I think he was making music because he loved it and he enjoyed it and he was good at it. But for him, it was just sort of an outlet to express his creativity. He has some bangers out there, man. But he was doing great, and it was
devastating.
Goddamn, devastating for real. Shit, but
I see it. It doesn't say who produced it. I want to say the dude Sonny Digital.
Wow,
shit, that's right.
Who was very prevalent in the.
What happened to that dude?
He moved to LA.
Back to Chicago. Oh, LA. He's from Chicago.
Well, I thought he moved to LA and just kind of blew up. Actually,
there's another Sonny Digital. I don't think it's the same Sonny Digital.
That Sonny Digital is in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta.
Okay.
But we're talking about the Sonny Digital that was like 2010s.
Yeah.
He was from Chicago, was in DC, and I thought they said he moved to LA.
Do you know the story of how he ended up over here?
No.
So him and Phil Ade met on MySpace, became friends on MySpace, and he started sending Phil beats. Phil talked about him to Dre, and they were like, yo, why don't you just come out here?
Yeah.
And sure enough, he moved over here. He just moved in and lived in Dre's basement.
Wow.
Making thousands of beats a day.
Yeah. Him and Phil lived in Dre's basement, and that was it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. God damn, man. Yeah, rest in peace to Phil the Future, man.
Rest in peace to Phil the Future for sure, man. What's the podcast? Episode 250. And we're just here to obviously it's been a great week in DC. The rain for the past couple of days has been
terrible,
bad.
Bro.
It's been a
what's up with this rain?
It's been flooding places.
I mean, April showers, bro.
True.
It ain't that new.
That's true.
True.
I needed to go away though. I'm ready for warm weather.
Listen, it's been all 50s it's only going to be 50s over the weekend. However, trust me, the heat's on the way because it's 87.
The heat is definitely
where
in Arizona tomorrow.
That's Arizona.
What I'm saying though is when Arizona gets hotter, then a few days later we get that weather. So it won't be super warm, but it'll be like 70 something on Friday or Saturday. So
it's coming 100%.
Yeah. We want to give a big shout out to our guy, fellow creative, Cam Hicks.
Oh shit!
Who just dropped a shoe and a
Reebok
collab and his own hats. With Hicks brand. He dropped a 5. He dropped a 5 on Patreon.
Yo, shout out to Kev, man. Appreciate it, dog.
Like we had some honest positive words about his
release
collaborations last week.
Yeah.
He tapped in, and therefore now he's part of the gang. So, and obviously he'll get to hear this because we're still in the free part of the experience. We got about 5 minutes left, though.
He's tapped in, so he can hear it all.
We're paying attention this week. Last 2 weeks, we let it fly. You know what I'm saying? And I still really want to. I didn't have the opportunity this week to do it, but we still got to continue to push that silence episode, man. It was such a great listen. That so we wanted to continue to highlight that from now until we can move forward. So we'll do that starting this week. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. There's multiple things happening in the world right now, but something that hits super close to home is this Jose Andres, the World Central Kitchen vans that were strategically and systematically bombed by the IDF. I mean, the precision at which these vehicles were targeted is just insane.
Yeah.
Well, they were saying that the type of missile that was used, you cannot misfire. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The precision.
They're just they're just so precise that it's like you can lie all you want. That doesn't happen.
There's no lie. I mean, the IDF talking about they're going to do a thorough investigation, et cetera.
For what?
Et cetera. Like,
how you going to investigate yourself?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, Biden needs to stop all sales to
he can't.
Israel.
He can't.
He's gonna have to. I mean, it could cost him the election. Truthfully,
I think it's gonna cost him the election.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the sad part about this.
Yeah,
is I don't think he understands that outside of the Muslim population who's very angry about this, there's just people who have humanity in their hearts who are really against the United States supporting this sort of genocide happening in that part of the world. It's been a tradition for a bunch of years, including Trump years, that the White House hosted a iftar, which is the breaking of fast during Ramadan, every single year.
Not this year.
The White House had to cancel it this year because every prominent Muslim person they invited rejected the invitation.
I thought they had the White House thing.
No, well, Easter egg hunt. Is that
Easter
what you're
egg
talking
hunt?
about?
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the
iftar
iftar is like the breaking of a fast. The White House would do it just to honor Ramadan, and they would invite prominent Muslim guests and a bunch of people to come and break fast at the White House with the president.
And that's the last day of Ramadan they do that, or don't you break your fast every day?
Well, you break your fast every day, but they would have one specific day that the White House would host the iftar, where they would serve dinner and everybody would come over there and break their fast with the president. Like this has been happening for I don't know, since Obama came in office, maybe even before that.
Right.
But this year, the White House
definitely didn't happen when Trump was in office.
It might have actually.
Wow.
No, I don't believe. I believe it. I believe it. All of the things were suspended when Trump was in that White House.
Oh, that's probably, yeah. So, but the fact that it didn't happen this year because all invitations were rejected is a indication of what's to come, and it's very, very sad because I'm still voting for Biden. I'm gonna say that as unhappy as I am with him, I gotta at this point just
it's the lesser of two evils.
And because I really think that there is some sort of hold that Israel has on every president that gets into office. I don't care how against you are of Palestine and Israel and this conflict. Once you get into office, you fall right in line and you support Israel regardless of what happens. And even with this killing of this nonprofit workers of the World Central Kitchen that got killed in Palestine today, serving food on their way to serve people who have been starving, and they've had their aid and humanitarian aid and this, that, and the other taken away from them. Excuse me. Even with those senseless killings, Biden has come back and has criticized Israel and but he's still
what are you really
aid.
doing? Yeah, what are you really doing?
You just said like 3.8 billion.
Crazy.
Yo, we out here starving. People are dying in your own country.
Yeah.
I don't understand this logic. I just don't get what the strategy is. I don't understand why Israel is so important to the United States.
I mean,
And
maybe that's what you need to look into.
Well, so honestly, I've kind of stopped even asking the question because I feel like you're not going to get truthful answers.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're gonna you gotta have to like know
It's
somebody.
because it's strategically. It's because it's an ally that's
that's
strategically
bullshit.
based in the Middle East.
There's more because like
It's
I have
bullshit.
a homie who's like, yeah, we're not even gonna go there.
Who dug deep?
Who's involved? So like, you know what I'm saying. But nevertheless,
Oh wait, is it time?
that was
Shit.
quick too.
Listen,
That's all right.
we
Shout
got
out to
the other
everybody.
topics. Next topics are coming up on Patreon. See us over there.
Shout out to everybody who subscribes
doesn't pay?
patreon.com/What's a Podcast. You too.
Before we go, let's just shout out these 7 workers who got killed today: Jacob Flickinger, Lal Zawami, Frank Holm, James Henderson, James Kirby, Saifuddin Isam, Ayad Abu Taha, Damian Sobel, and John Chapman. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
We'll see y'all at Patreon.
See y'all at Patreon. Peace.